Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of CeeLo Reviews. Today we are going to be reviewing the big, the bad, the awesome Black Mamba Ares Nitrogen. This guy is an upscale knockoff of the Studio Series Thundercracker, which I will show you here. This is the Studio Series Thundercracker, and this is Black Mamba Nitrogen. So quite an upgrade here, as you can see, like twice the size. Definitely cool. This guy I ordered off eBay, and he came with the upgraded Fists kit, which I will show you in a bit. So as he stands here, he is not an official jet. He's kind of a made-up mashup of different jets. But in the Last Night movie where he is from, he is a Saab Gripen jet. So he's sort of close, but not quite right. Maybe they couldn't get the licensing. I don't know. Anyways, this guy's cool. He's really heavy. I mean, I'd say he weighs a couple of pounds. He's got some good quality build to him, a lot of die cast. One of the things I like here is that you can open the cockpit. Oops, and there is Cogman inside, the mini headmaster of Cogman, as you can see there. And I will show you a trick with that later. So yeah, let's put him in there correctly. Okay, there we go. Let's close this back up. So yeah, he looks pretty cool. I like his detail here. I like that he's got the red tips on the missiles. Get some good quality build to him. The jet mode itself is kind of plain. I'm kind of disappointed. It could use some, Decepticon logos or something. Whereas like this guy, the Studio Series version, has this nice paint scheme here, and the lightning bolts back here, and the dark Decepticon logos, but you can't get it all. Actually, these are kind of cool too, the intake. I wonder if there's a sticker upgrade kit for Nitrogen. That would be cool. You could definitely use it. But yeah. So take a quick look at the underside. A little bit of kibble, a lot of body there. I mean, his transformation definitely is not the most complex, but he's still cool. No complaints. No major complaints anyways. I like how he sits well. He has no rolling ability, but, he's got flying ability, and that's what matters. The landing gear can fold in there. And he's a good-sized, big, bad jet. I've showed you him in comparison to the Voyager-class Thundercracker. Here he is in comparison to Leader-class Thundercracker from Combiner Wars. So this guy is a Leader class. This guy is bigger than that even. Yeah, definitely a good upscale. And this guy's still pretty light. He's all plastic. This guy is heavy. Definitely got some good die cast to him. And this missile keeps shooting out here. It just loves to blast off there. So, yeah, you just get a rough, size comparison between them there. Wow, that guy is super sensitive. Crazy. Anyways, let's put this guy aside. Why is he so... Oh, okay, whatever. Good grief. This thing loves to fall out right now. Anyways, okay. Let's put this guy back aside. That is Combiner Wars Thundercracker. And let's get on to a quick, kind of spin around here. He's got his exhaust there, and he's got his head is supposed to sit down here, but this piece is kind of having trouble. It's being a pain in my ass, so I decided to leave it out for now. It's supposed to sit tucked up in there like so, but it kind of falls, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, the bottom of the jet, not very impressive. Looks a lot like a weird robot. So, let's get down to transformation. First thing we want to do is remove these missiles here. They're pretty stiff in there, these missile packs. Let's try to get these out. Maybe it'd be better if we took the wing up first, but whatever, it's doable. Okay, so the wings are tabbed in two places. They're tabbed in right inside here in this piece, and they're tabbed in the leg inside here in a peg, which I don't know if you can see in there. Anyways, you just pop it up. The peg right there comes out, and then this one will pop out also. There you go. And the wing can swing up out of the way. Same thing on the other side here. This guy's a little stiff. There we go. There's that one. There's that one. Okay. And then keep these a little bit of an angle, and the tail will pop up also on the hand here, the arm. There's a tab where this back piece pops in, this tab and this slot. Anyways, we can fold all the wings up here and move this all out of the way. Let's fold these up for now. And so his feet are back here. There's two tabs right here and right in there that connect to this arm. This one was pretty easy, didn't peg in too well to begin with. This one, okay, good, came out good. So now we will swing his feet around, and we can begin to work on the arms. This arm is simple. It just folds out, and it's going to swivel around. No, is that right? I think that's right, like so. And then the other arm is the whole fuselage here, the whole cabin section. It's going to pop up right behind the cabin here. And there you go. That's going to come out like so. Let's see. Since his leg here, let's turn him around. Since his leg has to come down and his arm has to come up, his leg will swivel out like so, and his arm will swivel back up into place and kind of go in right in there. Let's get the legs done first. The legs, we're going to need to take this section here and rotate it out a touch. It can be a little stiff on this guy, but like so, right there, kind of that angle. This guy's side, same thing. Again, a little bit stiff, but better than too loose. Okay, there we go. His legs will come down like so. This pops back down into place, and the crotch piece should come together underneath him like so. Okay, good. His legs are secure. So now you will swing these forward. You'll swing his feet forward, leg forward, foot out. Okay, now he can stand. And he definitely has a solid base. No complaints there. I like that about him. Wow, this guy's tall. Okay, so let me adjust the camera here real quick. Okay, good. Let's see. His arm is going to need to come up into place. And how exactly? I think it's like that. And like, oops, that popped off. Okay, that's back on. Let's see. His headpiece is going to need to come down and push down. Let's put his head on real quick. There we go. So that pushes down, and then the arms should push. Well, let's... there it is. That's secure. Now the arm should snug up against it there. And this side is being a little bit tough. What is going on here? Oh, okay. There we go. All right. So That part is settled. Let's turn him back around. Stand him upright. Okay, we need to fold up the wing clusters real quick. So these things come out. Let's swing it down so we can see it on the camera. This turbine, the fake exhaust, whatever, swings upward. This tab here swings in, and this wing will fold over itself 3 times to make all 4 sides. 1, 2, 3 down inside, and then it will kind of sit down in there for the time being. This side, same thing. Pull the engine out. Pull this tab up like it already folded up on its own. Swing in the outside, the middle, the other piece, and you are set there. The rear section, as far as I know, just kind of sits like such, maybe like that or so. Okay, it can kind of sit back in there. Does it tab in? No. Okay. So there you have that. And then his head should look straight. This arm comes up. His cannon can push out. His fist here rolls out of the socket, and this guy has the upgraded arm joints, or upgraded fists rather, where he has the articulated fingers, which is pretty cool, but I'm not exactly sure what weapons he has, so what he's supposed to hold or not. But, you know, it's a thing. You can do it. It's better than the blocky hands he comes with, I guess. Let's see. This whole cabin fuselage here. Let's release Cogman first. He's trapped in there. Come out, Cogman. Let's fold him back up and put him over here. Okay, so these will pull in half there, and then these will swing out and forward like so. I believe, is it like that? Like that? Something. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Lost a pin. The pin goes into his fist. This one was part of the upgrade kit, but this pin loves to come out. This pin goes in here and holds his fist in place. Okay, very easy to fall out. So then you swing his fist around like so, and he's got the movable fingers and such. So I believe he sits like so. Yeah, so there he is. I forgot briefly to compare him to some deluxe-sized cars, but was busy comparing him to jets. So, temporary sake, we can bring in last night Bumblebee. You can get a comparison. This is a deluxe class. And last night, Cogman, you can get a size comparison to the robot. Very small in comparison, but yeah, this guy's really cool. I like him. He's well made. He's quality. Let's bring him up into the forefront a little bit. These engines can fold out and upward. Oh, and his missile packs here bolt in right there like so. And a couple more little tricks we can do with this guy. For posability's sake, we can kind of pose him like so. And then, you know, have his blaster coming at you, and his head does articulate and swivel a little bit. Now, this guy actually comes with 2 heads. I'm not sure. I think this is part of the upgrade kit as well, or stock. I'm not sure. I think this head is supposed to look like Shockwave or something to that effect. I'm not 100% sure, but it's cool. It's got, you know, the big red eye. But the basic detailing isn't very spectacular. The horns, or whatever you would call them, aren't that great in comparison to this other head here that he comes with. This guy is very cool. I think this is more accurate. And he's got much more complex molding features in his head, but he's got a smaller eye, I think. Is it? Yeah, it is. That's, you know, a touch smaller, but this head definitely looks better. Now, there was a trick in the movie, or a deleted scene in the Last Night movie, where he was supposed to have his head switched out with Cogman. And that's the reason that they made this toy a Titan Master with the peg there. And so we can take Cogman's head here and put it on Nitro Zeus, aka this guy is Black Mamba Nitrogen. In the movie, he's Nitro Zeus. And so Cogman can control him in this deleted scene, but I've never seen it. So that's what that would look like, although the head is very, very small. The only benefit is that it's got the gold and the turquoise and the grays, and the colors match. But beyond that, just not very practical, just a thing that you can do, and that's why they made it like so. So here is his real head. He has a couple of great quotes from the movie. When Megatron comes in and says, "I want my crew," and he calls out Nitro Zeus, the jailers pull him out of the cell. And he says, "Free at last! Thank Megatron, I'm free at last!" And then as soon as the jailers put him out onto the asphalt, whatever, right next to them, he looks at one of them and he says, "I know where you live. Say hello to your wife for me." And the jailer flips him off like so. Yeah, like so. And yeah, he has a couple brief scenes in the what do you call it? The street scene in the Last Night movie, where they pretty much, most of the Decepticons get obliterated. So yeah, this is Nitro Zeus, and he also has really good detail. I do like that about this spot mode, is the attention to detail that Black Mamba puts in. I mean, the turquoise here and the gold and the red details and all the wires and such. He's just really, really well done. He also comes with this cord here, although I'm not exactly sure where it's supposed to peg in. In all the pictures, it looks like it pegs in up here and again behind his gun, but I don't see any official slots for anything like that. So it's a thing, you can do it. The details here on the side of this cannon, really cool. All this gold paint, all the molding detail. Let's see, does this have a light? No. Some of these guys have lights. This here in the legs, the turquoise and the gold detail, and even on the back where it's like not necessary at all, is just really cool. Great details. He has some good articulation. His legs kind of come, his feet kind of come in and out here and forward and back, so you can pose him fairly well. The downside is that his waist here is just blocky and it has no articulation whatsoever. It's just pretty much a solid piece, and the only things that really transform are the legs and arms and the wings. I mean, the body does nothing. So the engineering wasn't spectacular, but he is just a copy of Studio Series, so it is what it is. But he's still pretty cool. He's a really good size, and I like that about him. Let's do some comparisons here. Here he is with Last Night Megatron, his buddy. This is actually the Weijang Rendosora version of Megatron, and you can see he is huge in comparison to Zeus, but I think that's an accurate size, so no complaints there. This is the Weijang Battle Damage version, actually, so he has some good paint, but you see that. Okay, for comparison, here is Nitro Zeus, Ares Nitrogen with Studio Series Thundercracker. So you definitely see a huge difference in those two side by side. Nitrogen is just head and shoulders above Thundercracker, and that's why I love these Wei Zhang and Black Mamba figures, third-party figures. They're expensive. I mean, this guy Thundercracker was about $30, and this guy was probably about double that. But I definitely feel you get double the quality with the weight. I mean, again, this guy's all plastic. This guy's got a lot of die cast to him. The detail here as far as display and movie accuracy goes. This guy's got very minor paint detail. I mean, he's got these red things that were on his jet mode intake and a couple yellow dots on his chest. Oops. And a couple of like little red eyes, but very basic all in all. And that's generally what you get for what you pay with Hasbro versus these third-party figures. So, I mean, definite big difference. Very cool. The jet engines aren't even painted on this one, but they definitely stand out on here. Here is Nitrogen with Combiner Wars Leader Class Thundercracker. So again, this is a leader class, and this guy's still head and shoulders above Thundercracker here. Totally different series line. You can't really compare them, but yeah. I like this guy. He's cool. He looks great as his jet mode. His alt mode, bot mode here is meh, but you know, whatever. It's a thing. Let's see. Here is with his buddy Mohawk, his little troublemaking friend that's part of the Megatron's Decepticon bad guy crew there. There is Mohawk, who's like a third the size, but got 3 times the mouth to make up for it. And there they are with the Rendosora once again. So you see definite size accuracy as compared to the movie there. One more figure. Here he is with Studio Series Deluxe Cogman. This guy is a legit deluxe class, and side by side, I mean, there's no comparison, but he's cool. All the little sports cars are deluxe class nowadays. You don't get anything bigger than that, unfortunately. Let's see, let me pick up Thundercracker, who fell over here because of the weight. And I have one more to show you. Stay. Okay. This guy. This is me, Grimlock. Roar. This is Age of Extinction and also from the last night, Grimlock. And there was a big street scene battle where Grimlock pretty much just comes in and cleans house of most of the Decepticons, including possibly this guy here, because I don't recall if we see him later in the movie or not, but the movie was such a mashup anyways, accuracy shouldn't really be that important. But here is Grimlock with Nitro Zeus, and you can kind of see that there. Definitely a lot bigger, and this is the Wei Zhang Upgrade Studio Series version. So yeah, that is him in all his comparisons. So you get a size feel for him, you get a weight feel. He's really cool. I like this guy. I'm glad I have him in my collection. It's crazy that The Last Night turned out to be one of the worst movies ever, but quite possibly the coolest of all the toy lines. So very thankful for that. Somehow I ended up collecting pretty much every single character in third party. It's crazy how that happens, but it's an addiction. You got to love these Transformers, and that's why I take the time to review them for you people, my friends, my followers, and myself. It helps me learn about them and remember as well and stay focused on them and remember how to transform some of these boogers. They're tricky. So one more time, here is Nitro Zeus. Let's see, where's his alternate head? We can one more time swap that out real quick. These can come back down, I think, where they are meant to be. And they kind of tab in place there. And there you see him in all his awesomeness. Let's give him a quick spin around so you can kind of see that goes down there. He's got even detail on the back of his legs here that isn't necessary, but still cool. On the back of his feet, I mean, really well done. All this turquoise hoses in here and such. And he's definitely a solid figure. Nothing flimsy about him. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great day, and see you next time for another CeeLo Reviews.